It's Matt and Greg here at the Seattle Film Summit 2022. We're here with some of the participants of this year's Rising Reels project. And let's go around the table. Can you introduce yourselves, give us your name, and tell us a little bit about what you did in the project?
Yeah, what grade
My
you're
name
in?
is Olivia, and I'm in 4th grade.
Fourth grade, all
Yes.
right.
My name's Aspyn. I'm 11 years old, and I am 5th grade.
That's great, great. And how long have you guys been involved in Rising Reels? Is this your first time?
Yeah.
It
This
is
is my first year.
Okay.
How did you hear about it?
My mom saw it on Facebook.
My mom found it when she was scrolling through something. She just told me about it.
That's how a lot of great things are found, right? Scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you guys were your project was selected. Go ahead and keep your mics just aimed right there. You go. Your guys' project was selected for special recognition. Can you tell us about the story that you guys told on your film? A little bit.
You can go first.
I made a story called The Consequences. And it's about bullying, because when I was in the lower grades, when I was in the lower grades, a lot of people would bully me because they would also be really racist. So it's about like racism and also bullying.
Okay, some important topics to deal with, right? Even at your age. Yeah. Now, did you work on the same project together, or did you had your own project?
I didn't make a project
Oh, you didn't make. Okay, so you're just supporting your friend. Okay.
on a project.
Well, it takes a whole big team of people, right? That's like, what was the name of your film?
The name of my film was The Consequences.
The Consequences. Thank
That's
you.
a good
Okay.
name.
Now, were you just involved in making it, or did you also act in it?
I'm the director and an actor.
She has the bearing of a director, doesn't she?
I'd say
I think
so.
she does. She's a serious.
She owns that chair. You need one of the
Yeah.
chairs with your name on it, I think.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
would look good.
You should definitely be
So
a celebrity.
how big was your team? Was it you and a few friends?
I
or?
had no one.
Oh,
it
so
was
it's
just me.
Just solo. Wow.
Yeah, it was,
Fantastic.
I made the whole script. Well, actually, Miss Trina, she helped me with some of it, because I already had a film. And she looked at I would tell her every day. I'd be like, Miss Trina, guess what? I made a new part. I made a new part about the film. And she was like, and one day she was just like, no. And so this actor, one of the actors from I think, yeah, it was an actor from a short film that we had watched, and we talked about racism and the thing about BIPOC communities joining into film.
Yeah.
And one of the things I stated was that in the lower grades I was bullied a lot for multiple things, and I was put down a lot. So I was telling that story, and so Miss Trina also heard it because she was right there with us, and she was like, after the actor left, she was like, Aspyn, we're not making that story. We're making this story right here. And I was like, we have 3 days. And she was like, I don't care. You're gonna write that script. You're gonna make that script. And I was like, okay.
So how have your fellow students and kids your age responded to your film when they saw it? There you go.
Well, a lot of people told me it was a really good film, and my actors, after they finally were able to go home. They were like, I was really happy acting in this film, and even though my actors didn't come to see the finished film, well, it's not finished yet, but the progress that we have the progress that we have so far, they didn't come, but they texted me an email. And they emailed me and they said, I had a really good time acting in your story. I feel like it's amazing that a BIPOC young lady, a young little girl is actually seeing these things and not like other kids just playing around and going past them. And I felt like that was a really good experience. I felt like Rising Reels was a very good experience for BIPOC children at that, to be able to experience the the appreciation of film.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Well said. So now tell us how you were involved in the project. What did you help with?
Well, I didn't really help with anything.
You're just here for moral support, huh? Keep. Oh, okay.
Oh, she's bashful.
You're hiding behind that beautiful hair. And turn just a little bit so the camera can see you. There you go. There you go. So you did some, and that mic right here. So you did some acting in the movie?
Well, I did some acting in a different movie.
In a different movie. Okay. Okay. What was it about?
It was these 3 kids, and it was like this coin that cursed the friendship.
Okay.
What was the name
Don't
of it
really
though?
know. I think it was called.
Well, you guys, while you think about that, you guys are dealing with some really important subjects, huh? For kids.
Yeah.
And people are really of any age. Friendship.
The name
And
of her,
empathy.
it was actually the film that she acted in was actually called Friends of Fortune.
Okay. Awesome. So do either of you have plans to pursue work in the film industry as you get older and maybe go to study it in college, things like that?
I could try to, but I'm really busy all the time.
You're really busy all the time. Well, acting certainly keeps you busy too. How about you? You got maybe get that chair with your name on the back of it?
Yeah.
Director?
Working on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be that. He told no.
Anyways.
Yeah. So for my story, I was the director, and I was the writer, director, and the actor.
Okay.
So I was like doing it all. But I feel like
That sounds like
the-
directing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get used to it.
I feel like the main thing that I want to focus on when making film, if I go forward with that, I think I want to focus on writing the scripts
Mhm.
and writing the movie.
That's a great skill to have no matter what you work on.
Yeah.
Writing is a wonderful skill, and being able to be a storyteller, right?
Yeah. Well, we want to bring the boys up here too.
Yeah.
So one last question for both of you. What is your favorite movie?
Ooh.
Mine is Doctor Strange and the Madness.
The
something.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, that
That's a
was
good choice.
a very, very good one,
I've never
but
seen it.
also funny at the same time. Especially the first one.
My favorite movie is sorry.
Oh, right here. Right, like there.
Yeah,
there.
sorry.
Yep.
But my favorite movie is Mary Poppins.
Oh, good. The
Ooh.
original? Back
Yeah.
in the 60s?
Mhm. That
Another
was
good
my
choice.
favorite.
Yeah.
It was like a mix of Alice in the Wonderland and Snow White and like what was that? Narnia,
Yeah.
because it was just
A great fairy
it
tale.
was a great fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Both
really
good
fun.
choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much, and I hope you keep doing what you're doing. That's amazing.
Yes,
So
thank
keep,
you.
keep it up, and we'll probably see some on the big screen one of these days with your names
Yep.
on it, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna bring
I
a
also
couple
have
of your buddies
another
up. Oh, go
career.
ahead. What's that?
I have also another career,
You have another career planned? What's that?
modeling.
Modeling. I thought so with the hair. Now you're a natural.
She's
You guys
already a
you guys
modeler.
are natural.
She's already she already does fashion shows.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and do what both you guys are
I
doing.
do it
so
every year.
that's great. Well, we're really proud of the work you guys are doing. That's fantastic.
sure.
So thanks for coming by.
You're
I'll
welcome.
just set those down real lightly, and we're going to get a couple of your friends up here, a couple of young gentlemen who did some work with Rising Reels as well. Get them. Only could find 2 chairs, so we'll. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Welcome.
Well, we'll start out with you guys like we did with them. Just a little bit about yourselves, your name, how old you are, and then we'll talk about the project you guys worked on.
Yeah.
All right. My name's Ezra. I'm 14, and I made a short film called Staple with the help from Trina Griffin and the Rising Reels, the Rising Reels family with Daniel Tran.
I'm KJ, and I'm 13, and I also help make Staple.
Okay, so you guys worked together on the film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a dynamic duo. We're like,
Can tell.
yeah.
Yeah. So what were your guys' roles?
We were. What was I? I was like camera guy, kinda. I was like
Yeah.
photography director stuff. You were just the director.
Yeah.
Oh, just the
Yeah,
director.
he was the director.
Oh,
He
he's
was the
got the
director
Rising
of the
Reels hat on.
photography.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
The director has to have a baseball cap on.
That's a rule of. We need to tell her.
I don't
Yes.
play
She's
baseball.
got to get a cap.
Yeah. So tell us a little about what was the story about. Now, did you guys also write the?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
wrote
wrote
it.
You
it.
wrote it as well.
We did everything.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
And is that how Rising Reels works? Is you take a project and you do the whole thing from start
Yep.
to finish?
And the story started out really different. Like, it was gonna be like some weird kid,
I guess some little psycho kid.
yeah,
who
some little
strangles
weird
his house
kid.
cat.
and it changed to a way more child-friendly movie.
I was gonna say, did it go darker? Did it go lighter? It sounds like you didn't go into the horror genre as much as it sounded like you were.
Yeah,
going
I'm
at
like
first.
Chris Farley. He's like David Spade.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dynamic duo indeed. So, and what was the name of the film?
Staple.
Staple. Thank you. Okay. And is this the first time you guys have been involved in Rising Reel?
Yeah, or not
For me it
for
was.
him.
For you
It was. I went to the workshops, which was just each person, like a good guy. I think Anthony was a good at lights and stuff. So they had like 30 minutes each to talk about what the thing.
Okay, so you learn each facet of the filmmaking.
Yeah, but it was like just the gist of it.
Okay, great. You guys have aspirations of doing more filmmaking, you think?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do like pranks and
Yeah,
play with toys.
we're gonna like burn toys or something. Just burn things.
Well, don't burn yourselves.
We're gonna burn like forest fire.
Maybe
Or
the
we're gonna
next
burn
pair
like
of
forests, like dry
influencers here.
forests.
What's that?
Maybe the next pair of
How about this one?
influencers here.
That's a couple more influencers. Yeah. Things are really dry, so watch those matches. All right, I want to get our last young lady up here. Is it Trina?
Trina.
Trina, can we get you for a minute? Oh, yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Just
Come
want
on,
to set those mics
Trina.
down real lightly. Actually, hand one to Miss Trina here.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Oh,
Goodbye, everybody.
beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Perfect. Hello.
Hi.
So, some talented kids here,
I know.
right?
I love these
Yeah,
kids.
and your name came up a few times
I love
as
those kids.
influencing their work. So, tell us how long have you been involved in Rising Reels?
Well, Rising Reels is 2 years old,
Okay.
but it's been a vision in my mind for years. I
Okay.
mean, I've always wanted to find a way to give back to the community or to inspire and be a part of a change. And
so this is your brainchild. Okay, wow, fantastic. And you were here at the event last. I think we came by your booth. I told you I got a Rising Reels sticker on my laptop. That's where all important stickers go. Laptop, right? And but I don't think we got a chance to chat. So it's now is it specifically in the Seattle School District? Where are you guys? What location?
so
you
Rising
guys
Reels
work?
doesn't have a building, which is the cool part about what we do. Because
all
we
over the
can
place.
go to where low income kids, BIPOC race are living and say, okay, we'll rent a space in the community center and we'll do a workshop. Or
That's
because
wonderful.
the mindset is to think kids don't drive. And parents who don't have income sometimes don't have cars.
Right.
So how do you get the kid to the program?
Yeah.
You got to be in their backyard. You got to be where they're at. You got to make yourself accessible to them instead of them trying to be accessible to you. So that's the beauty of what I get to do is we'll set up camp somewhere or we'll set up a workshop that's close to those kids in the community I want to target. So this year we targeted the Renton area, Renton, Seattle, 1.4 miles away from Seattle School District, but we worked with all kids. I had friends coming from Puyallup to bring their kids to the
Wow.
program.
So now, where do you find the talent to? Because the gentleman talked about they had like a
Guest speakers?
cinematographer come in, and do you just put a call out for people who are interested, or come and network at things like this? Probably
Well,
helps, right?
So I've been a part of the film community since 1998.
Okay. You got
So
some contacts then.
I've been on set. I've done a lot of work. I've met a lot of people. I've had conversations where we found out we share the same desire to enhance or grow up a new film community that's young and fresh and original because, pretty much everything's been done. With kids, they're like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And adults are always saying, hey, sit down, be quiet. Kids should be seen, not heard.
Yeah.
That's nice. Now stop talking. Now,
Missing out on all that creativity.
yeah,
potentially,
and I'm
right?
like, no. Come here, sit down. Tell me what you think. What's your idea? I want to hear it.
Tell me a story.
Tell me a story.
Now, if a school district or a community was interested, like we live over in Kitsap, and there are same challenges, a lot of low-income situations there, very racially diverse in certain areas. How do we get a hold of you? Do we is it something we work directly with you? Things like that.
Well,
to
yeah,
bring
right
you
now, I
over
mean,
and-
you would go to Rising Reels,
Okay.
rising-reels.org,
Okay.
and send me an email or, my phone number, call me, and I will come, work with the board and everything. We'd make an arrangement. We'd figure it out. Everything's always centered around funding.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
yeah, how
like,
do you guys? How are you funded?
we
Well-
were very fortunate this year. We got the Arts and Education Grant.
Okay.
And that was 25,000.
Beautiful.
And so we realized that I was like, I want to serve 30 kids. And then we sat down and did the math and like, we can only serve 15. If we run the program for a month, we feed them twice a day.
Cool.
We pay the instructors to come in. We cover the budget for renting the space. We can serve 15 kids. So we put the ad out for 15 kids. We got 7 that responded, and they came every day in the month of August to the August 1st to August 31st. They came every day except for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We didn't have a program, and they did the work.
Wow.
And then we would have my friends who are creatives that I've networked with. They were like, when you do it, just let me know. I'll come in. And I'm like, I'm going to pay you. They're like, oh, no, I'll do it for free. And I was like, we
You get
appreciate
an
your
honorarium,
time.
whether you want it or not.
Yeah, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you. We're going to pay you. And so we had each one come in and talk about specifically about one thing that they do when they're working on set or when they're working in film.
Oh, that's great.
You
And
know,
if people want to donate, is there a way to donate on your website?
Yes, we have PayPal.
Rising-reels.com. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
and
Rising-reels.org.
Sorry,
.org.
rising-reels.org. Thank you. Yes.
So the ladies mentioned that
my
both
beautiful
of their parents found the Facebook. I guess it was on Facebook
Yeah,
by scrolling.
I'm on Facebook.
So you're on Facebook. How else do you get the word out? And how do you get? And I have to imagine some of the challenges with, you mentioned about driving low income families. A lot of them probably don't have computers either, so they're not going to see the electronic. So how else do you get the word out?
Well, it's the baby phase. So you start with what you got. And then once you start the fire, word of mouth.
Yep.
There's nothing better than word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Somebody's like, because somebody else has tasted it. And they're like, oh, that's good cake.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
get some
yeah.
of that. And they're
We
like, okay, I'll go get good cake. I want good cake.
and kids are some of the best ambassadors.
And
You
they
know,
are,
they're
and
passion.
but kids are also very technologically inclined. So everybody's got like a phone, and they're like scrolling on their phone, TikTok, Instagram. So
Yeah.
I have a committee that, like, I'm kind of an old school person. I'm like, Facebook is all I do. They're like, oh no, girl, there's Instagram and TikTok, and I'm like, I don't even know how to do a TikTok.
It's a full-time job in and of itself. We run into the same thing, believe me. Well, that's great. The work you're doing is amazing. The kids are just so precious, and I think the 2 young guys, they've already got some plans to do some more.
I think
YouTube
so. It's the next
channels,
great
all kinds
comedy
of things.
team.
Yeah, exactly. So
And it's actually very fun too to be a part of the Seattle Film Summit, running like the volunteers in the film festival. That's brought a lot of people that I get to network with who have inspired me and have encouraged me to do this. Mina, I don't know if you saw her mural
Yeah.
where she talked about Mina and Mitch were one of my mentors I sat down with before we started, and we just like, I'm like, how do I do this? How do I get this thing going? I don't even know if I can do it. And they were like, oh no, you can do it. You can do it. And how about if you try doing it this way? Or how about if you started off with this? And then I was like, okay, because you believe me, I can believe myself. And
yeah, yeah.
I just love her so much, and I'm going to miss her. And I'm glad Mitch is like a big part of my life, but they are the reason why this program is here.
Yeah.
And because I was like, if I doubted myself in any way, I would have just said, okay, maybe tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. But she was like, you could do this. You could do this.
Well, it's whether it's on stage in a play or activities like you're doing, it's a family, right? Yeah, we all
We are
support each other,
family.
and that's what we're all here to do. So, well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's
Sorry,
been-
I'm having a weepy day.
That's okay. That's
That's
okay.
okay.
No problem. And give your best to the other Rising Reel stars. I think we just sampled a few of
You
the
just got a
talents
sample.
here. So yeah, that's great. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Rising-reels.org. Go donate and support this great program.
Thank you, Trina.
guys.
Thank you, Trina.